Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Boogie2988 reaction. I'm not going to react to every single bit and piece of his gaming videos, but if he talks about Anthem, a game that Reuben's heavily invested in, I will be reacting to it. It's Reuben's channel, so Silas is in the party. Let's see here. I think I might change her name to Jiggly Wiggly Smurfette. Yes! Anyways. Yes. Anthem's cosmetics detailed, final pricing, and all this shit. Anyways.
What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, Boogie2988 coming at you live. I was getting through the power of the
yeah.
And I finally got my review copy of Anthem, and I got a chance to play it a little bit. Today I want to talk about my previous videos and follow up
Go to her
on
channel, you'll see I'll be doing the game showcases. I'm about to get on Walnut
how it's different from the beta, and mostly I want to talk
this video will
about
most likely go up before I upload
the
game showcase video. So.
Now previously I made a video discussing this screenshot that was leaked over on the Anthem subreddit of what the store might actually look like. And in this screenshot you can see there's 40,000 coins, 2,000 shards for the Guardian armor pack, which is listed as an epic item. The Dreadnought armor pack at 40,000 coins, 2,000 shards. And then you have these textures which sell for 1,800 coins or 800 shards, an emote that sells for 1,200 shards, and then a graphic that sells for 400 shards. Now, if you remember the folks over at BioWare, they did come out and say that this is not what the finalized store will look like. This is just one of the examples of what it could have looked like, and it would probably change by the time the game launched. And now that the game is in early access, we have a chance to look at that store, so you've got an idea of what to expect before you purchase it.
If you guys are interested
One note before we continue, by the way, when I made that original video, I was working under the assumption, as was everybody else, that 100 shards would run you about €1 or $1 to kind of estimate the prices. And the reason we chose that is because it tends to be a very common system in these games to have, one micro unit equal about a penny, 100 for $1. As you can see here, that turned out to be accurate. 500 shards will run you about $5, though. Even though I have the Origin Access program, I do save 10%. And if you buy in bulk, you get say $40 pack, you do get 4,600 shards instead. So you do get a few bonus shards, but it does roughly translate to about $1 per 100 shards. In this case, that was accurate. That's what the final version of the store looks like. Now, if you buy in bulk, if you buy $99 for the shards, you do get some thrown in. But for the most part, in the packages most people will buy, each shard is worth about a penny, 100 for $1. And that means when you look at this original screenshot, the Guardian armor pack was about $20. The Dreadnought armor pack was about $20. The textures were about $8. The custom emote was about $12. And the simple graphic that appears on your bot, that was $4. And now here's me logged directly into the actual game using my review code. And we can see the Guardian armor pack now sets at an increased price of 61,000 coins, but a reduced price of 850 shards. Exactly the same case for the Dreadnought armor pack. These two textures, the metal diamond plate and the fabric canvas honeycomb, down to about $3 a pop. The emote is down to $4, and this little graphic is down to $3. But all of these, for the most part, have increased buying potential because the prices increased. Not so much for these, but for the actual skins, you're going to have to spend a lot more coins. And if you take a look, I currently have 46,120 coins, but I started with 40,000 coins. So in the first 3 hours of gameplay, I've gotten about 6,120 coins. Now, as it is right now in the early access, it's very difficult to tell how difficult it will be to grind those coins. And I actually went to Twitter asking people who've been playing this game how frequently you can earn those coins. And it says, looks like you can grab about 2,000 coins a day from daily quests. So if that was the only coins you were earning in a day, it would take 120 days to buy one of those skins, so that's an absurd rate. Though he does point out the alliance system, which will give you coins once a week on a Monday based on how the top 5 people in your friends list do. Tash said they finished the campaign with about 96k, which would be enough to buy one of the skins and half of the second one. But I do want to warn you that Anthem uses a very sneaky system you see in a lot of free-to-play games and a lot of mobile games, and that's a challenge system where they have some very basic challenges like kill 10 monsters, kill 50 monsters, kill 100 monsters, do 10 quests, do 50 quests, do 100 quests, and you'll get 1,000 or 2,000 coins. Sometimes you get premium currency in those types of games. Not in this case, you just get the in-game currency, but they tend to front-load the game. so that when you first start playing the game, the coins come very, very generously. But once you've completed those challenges, you can't do them ever again. You're stuck only being able to do your daily, monthly, and weekly challenges, and as a process, you'll earn coins much slower than you. Also, keep in mind, they are using the fear of missing out option. Keep in mind, this game is not officially out. It won't be officially out for a few days. The featured item store is going to rotate in 7 days, 12 hours, and 51 minutes. So it's going to be very difficult for people who start playing on the official day one to acquire enough coins to actually purchase these skins. So these may as well just be pre-release skins at this point. And one more thing to point out, when we see rotation, we might see more expensive skins. We also might see less expensive skins. The reason I say that is because these skins are listed as epic rarity. There is higher than epic rarity in this game. There's a legendary rarity. So if the epic skins are $8.50, a legendary skin might be more expensive. It might be $10. It might be $15. We won't know until we see one of those legendary skins up for sale. And the really good news is all this is cosmetic. So it's completely optional. You can avoid it entirely. Though it is a little difficult because it is built directly into the Anthem system, including an NPC that you do a quest for as part of the storyline, as far as I can tell, that talks to you about how important it is that your mech looks really cool in this world. This NPC goes on to explain to you that he has a store where he brings the thunder, and he teaches you how to craft as part of the storyline, but then on top of that, he also unlocks the vanity store, which is where you get that feature tab we've shown so many times. And I think it's very difficult to bypass this character. I don't think this is an optional quest, and it sits right next to the forge, so they definitely are shoving this stuff down your throat. Now, the good news is that the folks at BioWare have promised they will always only ever be cosmetic. You will never be able to pay for power, which is, I think, is very important. And secondly, they also said that all future DLC will be taken care of and paid for by people who choose to purchase these microtransactions. So if you, like me, buy the game for $60 or get the vault access or however it is you want to do it, you'll be able to buy a few of these skins, not everything, but sometimes stuff with in-game purchase. And if you do something card, you'll be paying for future DLC, seasonal events, hopefully new expansions, new raids, new in-game content. Hopefully that'll be the case. The downside is they are using pretty much every trick in the book except loot boxes in this game to trick you into spending money. And I think a lot of players, myself included, will play Anthem through its entirety, probably play some of the in-game content, and never feel the need to purchase any emotes, any skins, or any limited edition textures, or anything like that. I think most of us are just going to be able to completely ignore that stuff. But a lot of players won't be able to because they're the kind of people they prey on. And they're using every technique in the world. They're slowing down the grind, making it difficult for you to grind that stuff, and they're time allotted before those limited edition items disappear from the store. So people who have fear of missing out will absolutely want to pull out that credit card if they want to get that skin. People are definitely going to end up getting abused by the system. And I really feel there's going to be collectors out there who are going to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on these cosmetics. And I also think the base price right now,
Tally. Alright, did you hear what I said?
Is not cheap enough. I want to be wrong about the whole legendary skin thing. And the most expensive skin you could buy in this game would be $8.50. I would prefer it if the most expensive skin in the game was closer to $5. I honestly think if you're buying a game
you got pushed to 200 subs because of that game,
a special edition for more expensive. Or if you're spending $15 a month or $99 a year to get the EA access to play this game early and play it in its entirety, I really feel like these skins should be a lot cheaper.
See how Bree gets with that game.
If you play this game enough, if you do enough challenges, if you do enough dailies, if you do enough raids, if you do enough missions, that you'll be able to purchase a lot of these items, if not most of these items, and for a few
Reuben will be streaming this
all
game.
Of these items within the time allotted.
So when Anthem
and we don't really know that for sure because we don't know what the in-game coin rate is currently at. It could be adjusted off-month. You could get more coins, you could get less coins depending on what the developers choose to do post-launch. So it's difficult for me to have an opinion on this particular situation. I do feel it's exploited for some completionists. It's exploited for some people with addictive personalities. And the fear of missing out thing is very, very frustrating because I will feel pressure to buy a certain skin from time to time because of something like that. But I think since it's purely cosmetic, it's also completely ignorable, so it doesn't really bother me. Though I wish it wasn't there at all in a $60 game. But the trade-off is if we're getting free DLC for the life of the game.
With Matthew back in 2017.
So that's why I want to throw the question to you. How do you feel about this? How does this affect the way you feel about this game? And I'll go on to say that it's not going to turn me off from Anthem. I'm going to continue to play Anthem.
Yeah, it's not going to turn Reuben off either. Reuben's all that's said, man.
Before I move on to the next game that I need to review, and I'll probably live stream it in its entirety so you guys can enjoy the experience with me. That said, I want to know, is this going to keep you from buying Anthem? Is this going to be the kind of thing that turns you off the game? Or are you just playing Apex Legends instead? What is it you guys are doing? And what do you guys think about
You'll see me upload a message on too.
I'll be reading those comments and hearting some of them down in the comments section below. While you're down there, do me a favor, drop a like.
Alright, well, that's it. Stay tuned for the next one.